So what happened after you got arrested?
They took me to the hospital. That's when I kind of like came to. I'm just trying to see the good in the situation. But every time I try to go to bed, bro, all I can think about is like how fucking crazy I looked on my neighbor's lawn, sprawled out with my fucking nipples out and shit.
It is a little funny.
It's a little funny, but I think it's too soon to start laughing about it.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello?
Hello?
What is your name, sir?
Call me Michael.
All right, Michael. What's going on with you?
Well, about 3 weeks ago, I got arrested.
Okay. Do you want to tell me what you got arrested for?
I took a little too much, like, acid. And I started, like, freaking out pretty much.
Did you do something illegal?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. You can tell me what it is if you want to.
Well, shit, basically, the night started off fine. I took 3 tabs, which is probably the most I've ever taken. And towards, like, the peak of the trip, bro, that did not feel like 3 tabs. It felt like a lot more. And I started to get, like, super anxious. And about 3 hours into the trip, I started to black out. And apparently I started, like, wandering around my neighborhood with my shirt out, or with my shirt off. And one of my neighbors saw me and they called the police. And when the when the police came, I started, I guess, resisting arrest. And, like, I remember thinking they were going to shoot me or something. So I started running away and I went on someone's doorstep and I guess I started kicking in their door.
Were you alone when you took these 3 tabs of acid?
No, my mom was at home.
How often are you taking 3 tabs of acid? That's a lot of acid.
Oh, shit, man. The last time I took acid was probably like a year ago.
Okay. So this was, and you said this was 3 weeks ago?
Just about like a month ago.
Were you taking the acid like by yourself, or did you have like friends taking it with you?
No, I was by myself.
So what happened after you got arrested?
They took me to the hospital, and I guess that's when I kind of like came to, because I was out of it, dude. I was just like hallucinating crazily, which is nothing that I've really ever experienced before while I was taking acid.
Do you remember what you were hallucinating? Do you remember what you were hallucinating when you were in these people's yards?
Yeah, so I remember thinking I was like some sort of like football player. So I wasn't just like walking around. I was like running around through people's yards, like shirtless with my fucking chest hair out and everything. And like, it's probably like 7 a.m, so it's light outside. And like, I live in like a college town, so I'm sure I'm on like Instagram Reels somewhere. Because if I saw a teenager running around someone's yard with no shirt on, I'd start recording him.
Are you a teenager?
I was at the time. I was 19. I just turned 20.
So what? Are you in school? What do you do with your life?
I work at a hospital and I work at Burger King.
That's nice.
But I just got the Burger King job to pay for the door.
Oh, did you destroy the door when you were on acid?
I went and checked out the door and it looked fine, but I don't think it's destroyed or anything, but apparently I was trying to kick it in.
So like, I guess are you upset about this? Like, what do you make of this?
Oh yeah. I don't know, it's weird because like at first I was like mortified, bro, because I'm really just like a normal dude. Like I'm not the type of dude to take a bunch of acid and run around with my shirt off, you know? But it's weird because like this has kind of made me lock in, you know, catching like a court case and everything. And even in the short few weeks since it's happened, I've made a lot of like changes in my life. And it's kind of made me realize like I'm not in high school anymore, you know. I gotta start acting like an adult. So I guess it sucks because I owe money for the door, and my neighbors probably think I'm crazy, but learned a lesson.
What sort of changes have you made as you have locked in?
I've stopped smoking weed every day. That's a big one. And then I got that second job, which I probably needed to do to like build up some savings and whatnot. And I've just really given thought into what I'm going to do with my future in terms of like a long-term career.
And what have those thoughts yielded?
I've decided that probably my best course of action would to be like try to get into a trade, you know, because I'm not the type of dude who could really go to college and then work in like a corporate setting. I don't think I'd really fit in. So, you know, maybe I'll go pour concrete in 100-degree weather.
How do you feel having locked in? Or is there a part of you that's almost glad that this happened, that it could cause you to lock in? There's like a weird silver lining to that.
I mean, like I've been kind of locked in. You know, I go to the gym, I journal, I get outside, I go on runs, I try to watch what I'm eating and whatnot. But I don't know, this has kind of made me just like realize all the different kind of bullshit I got to cut out of my life, you know. And like even on the phone, like I'm so stressed about this. I try to act like it's fine and try to push it off, you know, but I'm just trying to see the good in the situation. But every time I try to go to bed, bro, all I can think about is like how fucking crazy I looked on my neighbor's lawn, sprawled out with my fucking nipples out and shit.
It is a little funny.
It's a little funny, but I think it's too soon to start laughing about it. Because like I haven't told any of my friends about this either.
Really? So, none of your friends know about this?
Hell no, bro. Because like I'm a type of character that has like a lot of baggage, you know. And like I've done a lot of stupid shit in the past, and like in the past year I've kind of, like I said, locked in. I don't want to like fucking tell all my friends that this happened. Be like, oh,
at 20 years old, how have you been able to accrue so much baggage?
Oh fuck, man! I've lived a lot of life, bro. I've been through a lot of shit. I know, like I'm still young, but I don't know, bro. I've really lived my high school experience, I guess.
What kind of baggage, and how do you feel like this baggage is holding you back?
Well, I don't think it's holding me back, but I think like people have a predisposed opinion of me because like I don't know, one thing is like I've had like 12 jobs in the past 2 years, and a lot of my friends are like, what the fuck are you doing? Like you got to stay at a job. But I don't know, there's been a lot going on in my life for pretty much my entire life, and a lot of that is like caused by me, but a lot of it is shit that I was just going through at the time. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I just feel like a lot of the people around me don't think that like I want more for myself, if that makes sense.
So you've been going through a bunch of different jobs, and like you're afraid that the people around you think that you're incompetent.
Yeah, or like just not taking life seriously, which is fair enough. Like I can't, if all they see is a bunch of bullshit, what else are they supposed to believe? You know?
Okay, but you're telling me that over the past 3 weeks, you've woken up and decided that you want to take life seriously.
Well, no, I would say it's been longer than that. I just think like I don't know, like over the past year, I'll be like like doing good for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks at a time, and then I'll just have a week where I'm fucking getting drunk every day, or like just going out doing stupid shit, going to parties, getting into fights and whatnot. And this has kind of made me realize like that's like I need to just stay on a straight path, you know, like really try to get my life together. I can't let myself just you know, I'm gonna go get drunk at fucking 3 a.m. and sit at a fucking Wendy's parking lot for 6 hours and then expect to feel like good about myself, you know?
Yeah. It's not a linear journey. It's like ups and downs, I feel.
Yeah.
But even to me, I mean, I don't know, man. Even to me, the fact that you're self-aware that you don't want to fuck up your life is like huge. It's the biggest thing, especially, you know, at 20. Because I mean, a lot of people at that time, you're just like, well, fuck everything. Let's just, you know, I'm gonna live forever or I'm gonna die tomorrow. So let's just drink in the Wendy's parking lot every day.
Yep. It gets tough though, man.
But also this fear that your friends and family are going to think that you don't take life seriously. Do you think you take life seriously?
I think I take life very seriously, but I also, like, I struggle with a lot of, like, I guess mental health issues and stuff, because, like, I really have been through a lot of shit. And I think for the amount of things that I've gone through to be in the position that I'm in right now is honestly crazy. But I'm still not in a good position overall, you know? Like, I could be doing a lot better, but I'm doing great from where I come from.
Yeah, how's your family?
It's interesting. It's really just me and my mom right now. My brother lives in the same town too, but and then like I met the other side of my family, my dad's side of the family, in 2020, and then I got sent to go live over there until my dad died, and then I moved back, and so now we don't really talk as much anymore. So it's really just me and my mom.
Do you have a good relationship with your mom?
Oh yeah,
it's good.
She's my rock.
What was her reaction when she saw you half naked running around your neighbor's yard on acid?
Well, she didn't see me because she's legally blind, but she like I've done a lot of stupid shit, so she wasn't like, this is not the first time that the ambulance and shit came to mind. This is like the fourth time some shit like this has happened, so you know.
This is the fourth time that you've been picked up by an ambulance.
Yeah, in my neighborhood. So I think my neighbors don't like me very much.
What are your goals? What are your goals for the future now that you're locked in?
Like long-term goals or short-term goals?
Both.
So I owe, I think, $2,500 for the door, which I think is bullshit. There's no way, because that's like $2,000 in labor, and I'm also like $700 in credit card debt, which isn't a lot. So my goal is like short term is just to work both these jobs and get that paid off, and then as soon as I do that, try to get about like $2,000 in my savings to have like some sort of emergency fund, because if my car breaks down or something, I don't want to be fucking walking again. And then really just like within this next year, really focus on my mental health, bro. Just trying to stay, like, I guess mostly sober, honestly. That's probably a big thing holding me back. And then in terms of like long-term goals, I'm really trying to decide about either if I'm gonna go to college or go apply for like a union apprenticeship or something. So I guess a long-term goal would be like trying to figure out what I'm going to start as a career.
Well, let me say this, and look, I know that you're probably beating yourself up because this just happened with the 3 tabs of acid and all that shit. And I guess, like, I'll say this: I think that you're at least the fact that we're able to have this conversation right now, and you're able to tell me these things and think these thoughts and look at your life in this way, tells me that you're like self-aware enough to not like that I'm not sitting here going, this guy is not gonna make it, and he's gonna we're gonna find him dead in the Wendy's parking lot. I don't think that's gonna happen to you. That might happen to me. I might be dead in the Wendy's parking lot, but that would be from eating too much Wendy's, not from drinking. So I think you're actually in a good spot here. Like, sure, you've made a bunch of mistakes and you had to kind of deal with the ups and the downs as a result of whatever the fuck happened to you, as a result of whatever the fuck like happened to you in your life up until this point.
Yeah.
But you gotta really, the fact that you've locked in is great. So I mean, for whatever it's worth from this Gecko man, I'm optimistic for you listening to what you got going on. So
that means the world to me, bro.
Good.
You don't even know, bro. I listen to you every single day while I'm at work. You're not just you, but the people who come on here and talk about their experiences really, like, when I'm in a really depressed state, it really helps pull me out.
That's awesome.
So what you're doing, like, it really helps people, bro.
I'm trying my fucking best, bro. Good. But I'm not worried about you, man. I don't have any words for you. I think you're gonna be okay. And as far as like telling your friends about it or whatnot, I mean,
dude, I'm not telling them until like probably like 2 years, you know, like when like then I can look back and laugh on it. But while I'm going through the situation, I don't want.
I get it, man. I get it. I kind of tell my friends everything, and that's like sometimes I wonder if that's the best thing to do, but at the end of the day, I don't know. At the end of the day, with that kind of shit, I almost have this opinion of like, if you're the kind of person like me where you want to tell your friends fucking everything, I almost approach it like look, if you decide to take my openness and use it against me by making fun of me or whatever else, like, that's a much stronger reflection on you than it is on me. But whatever, man. I dude, live your life. Go crazy.
Yeah. You're a pretty cool green dude.
I'm trying my best. Do you guys have you ever had the Whopper chips?
The Whopper chips?
Yeah, dude. Maybe this is in Glasgow, Scotland. I got these Doritos that were flavored like Whoppers, and like, bro, you eat one and they really do taste like a Whopper.
I don't know. I don't even know the last time I fucking ate a Whopper. I might work at Burger King, but I do not eat the food. But that's because my Burger King is ran really poorly, and my supervisor's on heroin. So,
tell me no more information about how your Burger King is run, because I don't want it to be ruined for me. This is why I think I have a much stronger chance of dying in a Wendy's parking lot than you do. I think you're going to be fine. Is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
Comparison is the thief of joy, man.
It really is.
Your life might be a dream to somebody else's. So no matter where you're at, just be glad you're breathing.
I could not possibly agree more with you, sir.
Thanks, man.
Have a good night.
Yep, you too.
Attention listeners of the Therapy Gecko podcast. Did you know that I do a live version of this podcast on stage, in person, in front of real people, and that I'm doing this live show in several cities across the United States and Europe this fall, and that tickets are available right now at therapygeckotour.com or at the link in the episode description? It is all true. I'm currently on my third tour doing Therapy Gecko live all around the country, and it is the most fun, sick, amazing thing ever, and you should come out and be a part of it. The shows involve a mix of material and presentations from myself, combined with a group Gecko therapy session where members of the audience come on stage to share things from their lives in front of a big group of people, just like we do here on the podcast. Whether you're a fan of the podcast or you have no idea what this is and you clicked on it by accident, you're going to have a great time at the live show. Once again, tickets are available right now at therapygeckotour.com or at the link in the episode description. These are really fun shows. They're always wild, they're always unpredictable, and I hope to see you guys there.
Call from
Nick.
Hello.
How's it going?
What's your name?
Nick.
How can I get you today, Nick?
Oh, Gecko. I don't even know where to begin. I know I definitely got something I want to talk about. I'm not exactly sure if I should marry my girlfriend or if I should break up with her. And I'm looking for advice.
Those are two very, very different options here.
Yeah, I know.
Let's talk about it. What's the dichotomy here?
Well, she and I have been together since 2019, so it's been like 5 years. You know, I'm in my late 30s at this point. Well, not late. I'm mid-30s. It's not that time where, you know, I should be settling down, like getting married and all that junk. And, you know, we've been together for so long, it just kind of like makes sense. It's not that I don't love her. It's just, it's complicated.
Why are you considering breaking up with her?
Well, there's a number of different reasons, but I think the number one reason why is just because I'm afraid that, okay, so the deal is that she is a chain smoker just like her parents are. Her parents, her father smokes well over 2 packs a day, and her mother has had numerous bouts of cancer and heart attacks and strokes, and we basically have to take care of both of them. And I watch her smoke with them. I was a nicotine user, and I quit back in October. And I don't know what to do, because the way I feel about it is like she doesn't want to be with me my whole life. I want to be with her my whole life. But if she doesn't want to be with me, like if she doesn't want to take care of herself, it's like, what am I doing here, you know?
So you're equating her chain smoking to she doesn't want to be with me her whole life.
Kind of. I know that's not like fair, you know. It's not how she thinks about it. It's not how any normal person would think about it.
The assessment is I don't want to marry this person if they don't care about their health and don't plan to be around for a long time enough to stop chain smoking. That's sort of the assessment.
Yeah, kind of.
Is there anything else? Or go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, there's like other reasons too where like it gives me like pause. We do have things in common, but we argue a lot. You know, she has a lot of problems with like anxiety. You know, who doesn't? Like I have, you know, like I got depression. Everybody these days has got depression. It's part of life. But she's got like crazy anxiety issues. And the other big elephant in the room that's really hard to talk with her about. So her parents, you know, they're in their 60s. They both look like they're 100. Her mom looks like the crypt keeper. But she has an older sister who has disabilities, and they both take care of her. So, any day now they're going to drop dead, and then it's going to be on us to start taking care of her older sister.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is like, it wouldn't be a big deal if she wasn't going down the same exact path they are. You know, we argue about this, and it's not like she's like smoking like 2 packs a day like her old man is, but it's pretty close, and I don't know what to do.
So I got a few questions. So
Yeah.
I mean, when you said you talk about this all the time, and when you talk about it, what does she say? And when you say to her, like, as you've laid out to me just now, your issues, when you lay them out to her, what does she say in response, and how does she help to resolve them?
You know, usually it's like, I know, or it's like, I get it, or how many times have I heard her say, like, I plan to quit smoking and all that stuff. And then other times, if I'm pestering her too much, then she just gets angry with me. She says things like, well, you telling me not to do it just makes me want to smoke more, like a child. And it's just, half of it is her agreeing with me and saying, yep, I'm going to change. And then maybe it'll be a couple of days where she, you know, changes. And then sooner or later, she goes right back into her old habits again. And, you know, I've tried giving her, like, patches. I've tried giving her gum. Like, that's how I quit. Like, because, you know, the truth of it is, like, I chewed chewing tobacco for a number of years since I was, like, 16. And then you had one of those moments where you can't unsee it. And I just quit pretty much cold turkey. It took me a couple of weeks of gum, but I was done smoking after about 2 weeks after that.
So tell me this. Okay, we've ran through one side of this. What's the other side? What's the side that makes you feel like you want to get married to this person?
You know, have not had a lot of luck with relationships in my life. You know, I'm in my mid-30s. I spent all of my 20s single, you know, basically like living by myself. And she and I met each other like online, and, you know, she like gets me, and it's just nice to like have a life partner. You know, it's so hard to live alone all the time. And it's not just like, you know, she's like my life, like, it's not that like utilitarian, but, and there is other things, like, you know, we like the same things, you know, we both like anime and play video games, you know, we like the same types of music, and we like to go to concerts together. You know, it's just nice to like have somebody where it's like we can both agree on, like, she's like my friend, like, and also my girlfriend type of thing.
So this problem, this topic is something I've thought a lot about, and I have no conclusion because it's such a difficult topic. I have ways that like I sort of lean, and things that I think about. Well, I don't have like I'm disclaim. I want to disclaim something that is extremely important, which is that I do not have opinions on this. I'm thinking it through with you, and these are the thoughts that I think as I think through, because it's such a thing I go really back and forth on. Is so difficult. Is this idea of like, on one hand, my fucking gut really tells me that if you're gonna get married to somebody, that should be a fuck yes decision. You should be getting married because you're like, I love this person and I want to be with them for the rest of my life. That shouldn't be a thing that you're on the fence about. That should be a fuck yes decision, right? Because that's like, it's like one of, if not the most important decisions you're gonna make in your entire life. It should be a 100%er or minimum like 95%er fuck yes decision. So that's what one part of my gut tells me. The other part of my gut levels and goes, Yeah, sure, that's great. Yeah, sure, in your perfect, beautiful, amazing version of the universe where everything goes great and perfect and awesome 100% of the time, as we all know life does not, that would be great. The other part of my gut is like... the other part of my gut recognizes how painful it is and how difficult it is to be alone and to date. Especially as you get older and older. And fully understands why. Like, really, really understands why you would say to yourself, you know what? There's these problems, and they're not small problems, they're big problems. But I can get past those problems because I like this person enough. So let's do it. And I don't want to be alone, and I can't go back into the dating pool. And it's not like I don't like this person. It's not like this person is abusive to me. It's not like this person, it's not like I actively hate this person. I like this person. She's my friend. We get along. We have a lot in common. We've been together for 5 years. She gets me. As you said, yes, we have these problems, but I can get past it because I like her enough that I think we can have a successful relationship together. And I know what it's like to be alone and to struggle, and I fucking, dear God, don't want to do that. And so I understand what that part of my gut tells me to say about this situation. And those two parts of my gut, the part that like levels and goes, yeah, it's good enough and I don't want to be alone, versus the part that goes, no, I'm not going to quote unquote settle, and I'm going to be fuck yes about this. And I'm going to make sure I'm going to struggle to find, I'm going to try to find somebody that I can be, 100% excited about. I don't know which parts of those gut, I don't know which of those two sides is the right one. I have no idea. I really don't. Because again, the part of me that's like, well, this should be 100% decision, it makes so much logical sense. But then when you throw in the difficulty of navigating being alone and then the side that goes, well, we have this much in common and this and that and the other thing, like, let's just make it work. Buddy, I don't know.
Yeah, you're not very much help to me, are you?
I'm zero help to you at all. I'm sure I've expressed the two sides of your brain as well. Have I not?
Yeah, and it's like something I think about every day. The thing that always gets me, though, to be honest, is the thing I always think about more is I think more about breaking up with her than I do about marrying her, which is the killer to me sometimes.
Yeah. Again, you weigh that. You make that decision for yourself. Ultimately, at the end of the day, and if you're thinking more about breaking out with someone than you are about getting together with them, it's definitely signifies something. I mean, how long have you been thinking about breaking up with this person?
I don't know, maybe like 2 years at least. I mean, that's pretty much like, because that's pretty much like right when we got over our honeymoon phase, being together, and that's when her problems like really started to present themselves. And it's just so tough, because it's like I own a home. I'm very grateful to like own a home nowadays, and we like live together. But at this point, we're like practically married. Like, how could you even like divide it? Because she and I have been like living together pretty much right from the get-go. Like within a week of us knowing each other, even we were like living together essentially. Because she was like living at home with her parents at the time, and I was like, well, just come live with me, so you don't have to live with your parents, and that's how it went. So it's like let me
ask you this: how do you think she feels about marrying you?
Oh, I know she wants to. I know she hints and talks about it. it's a little weird for her, thankfully. Like, not thankfully, but it's a little weird for her because she was engaged at one point and then that didn't happen. So she's a little bit gun shy about the whole thing. But I know that if I asked her,
why did you say thankful? Why did you say thankfully?
Because she's never really bugged me about this question, you know. She has, of course, she's like broached the subject. But if I say, like, it's not, she's like, okay, but then we just move on with our lives. You know, we're both so busy all the time, you know, between like work and like dealing with her family and stuff. Like, we don't have a lot of time to think about it. If I worry that if I did ask her to marry me, I would just be putting more stress on her plate because she doesn't deal with stress very well. And so it's like, and it's funny, like I have a built-in excuse. When we first got together, I made a joke about Harry Potter, and she had never read Harry Potter. And I told her, which was the truth at the time, I told her, I promised myself I would never marry anybody that hasn't read Harry Potter. And so
okay, bro. Look, do whatever you're gonna do, and I can't. I said everything I said. If you decide you're gonna break up with this girl, don't fucking blame it on Harry Potter.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that whenever the subject kind of comes up, it's like, well, you haven't been reading it, have you?
Don't blame it on Harry Potter, bro. Don't blame it on Harry Potter.
I'm not. It's a weird
truly. It's really something I think about a lot. Is like, what should we do? Should we find? What should we do? Should we pick somebody and fucking make it work, or should we keep playing the lottery and playing the field until we find something that naturally works? And I don't know. Logically, my brain is telling me if you're thinking about breaking up with someone constantly over 2 years, that's something. That's not nothing. That's not something to ignore. That's not something to ignore. That's not something to ignore. But again, it's a tough situation, and well, you know, this is all I can really do is sit here with you and think this through as I have before. But don't blame Harry Potter.
I'm not. I'm just saying, like, it's always there in my back pocket as a reason why we haven't gotten married yet. That's all.
What's your name again?
Nick.
Well, Nick, is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
Be cool to each other, I guess. I don't know.
Good luck, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. Have a good one.
That would be kind of funny if he decided he was going to break up with her, and then like the day he was going to have the conversation, she was like, I finally got around to reading Harry Potter, and I'm a big fan, and I got us tickets to the Wizarding World in Universal, Florida. Then he'd be fucked. Then he'd definitely have to marry her.
From
Corey.
Hello?
Hey, is this Lyle?
Yes. How are you doing, sir? What is your name?
I am Corey. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. I'm trying my best. What's going on with you, Corey? How can I get you today?
Oh, this is actually kind of an interesting one. So I have my dream job, but it doesn't pay nearly enough, like at all. So
what's the job?
Have you ever heard of kendama?
The thing with the ball and the cup, right?
Yeah. So I actually make those for a living.
Wow.
Yeah. So I actually. Yeah. So, oh, dude, that's so sick that you know what it is. So yeah, I'm like one of 6 people in like North America who do this for like a living. And like right now I'm like, it's kind of like a weird time in my life where it's like I really believe in kendama and like its growth and shit, right? Like down the line, you know what I mean? But like as of right now, like there's money in it enough for me to like have a job, and like I'm thankful for that. I'm beyond blessed. Like there's so many people who would like die to have my job. And I'm in a weird place where it's like I know I need to like move on, I guess. Or not move on, but like I just don't know what to do because like I need to make money, but also like, man, I just fucking love what I do.
So I guess for the uninitiated, the kendama is kind of like it's like a ball in a cup. It's like this ball that you like attached via string to a stick with a bunch of little cups on it, and you gotta throw the ball up and get it into the cup. Yeah,
I guess so for anyone who's listening, it's Kendama.
So this is not is this your business or is this a job?
So I've been playing since I was like 14, and when I first started, it was a very, very small community. Like just my town knew about it. And it's like one of those things. I guess it's like whenever it does get to like where you're at, like. How I found out about it was like everyone at my school had one. It was kind of like a fad, like silly bands, I guess, at that time. Which I guess if for people who are younger probably don't even know what that is, but yeah. So like I found out about it around 14 years ago, and like I guess in the time to now, like. I've just been playing ever since then, and so like the company I work for is actually the first company I ever bought a kendama from when I was like 14. And so like obviously like when I first started, none of this was ever like a reality. Like I've kind of seen everything like get bigger and bigger. And I'm just like stuck in a place now where it's like, man, I fucking love what I do, but like, it's like I could make more. Just to put it in perspective, I guess I could make more money working at Walmart than what I do, even though it's so specialized.
So, what do you exactly do? Do you see that you know that scene from Toy Story 2 where like that fucking guy with the glasses is like recreating Woody and shit? Do you like do that? With kendamas, like you're sitting there and like you're a little.
It's very much so on that.
Woodmaker man.
It's very much so like that. So I can't give out like too much details on like what we do, but like I can tell you that the machine we use to make
you
them,
can't give away the secret recipe for your golden kendamas.
Because like
hold on, just are you genuinely you're protecting a like kendama crafting secret? Is that why you can't tell us?
Legitimately, I have an NDA.
That's very funny. Can you tell me what company you work for? What company is it?
I work for Kendama USA.
Kendama USA. Then they're one of 6?
So when I said that, I legitimately mean like 6 people. But I'm actually not the owner of my company. Obviously, I said that, but it's literally like 4 of us at the company. Like that's it.
Would you ever go into business for yourself?
See, like that's the thing is like before I started doing this, I knew nothing about what I do, and like my boss has been such a fucking goat, and like in order for me to like do it on my own, I would have to have like hundreds of thousands of dollars just like start up, you know what I mean? And like economically and also morally, I couldn't like just pick up and be like, all right, bro, like thanks for like giving me the knowledge. I'm just going to go like start a company and like,
compete with you. Is the company successful?
Yeah. I'd say like right now we have like 1 or 2 other main competitors. But as far as like the USA made product, that's us. Like there's not really like there's other people in the US who do it, like I said, but they're like
Okay,
on their
so
own accord.
how many kendamas are we selling a day, you think?
Ooh, that's a good question. I couldn't tell you that because I'm not I'm not at that warehouse. Like, we have 2 locations, so I don't really see that. But I can tell you how much I make.
If you want.
So I usually we do orders of like 100 of each wood type, and we do like birch, maple, ash, and then hickory sometimes. So like every wood type we usually do around 80 to 100, and right now we're working on an order that's like around 600 pieces, and that's taking us like 2 months.
Oh, I thought you wanted to tell. I thought you were gonna say how much money you made.
Oh no! That
I thought you were gonna be. I thought you were gonna be like, I make kendamas, and my wife sells wooden birdhouses, and our budget for this home is $5 million.
No, so like.
So
Sorry, I feel like
okay,
I'm talking a lot.
so why don't you just ask for a raise?
I mean, I guess I should ask for a raise. It's
Yeah,
just-
what is this all about? You're the only. I don't understand. So you don't want to go do your own thing. You don't want to ask for a raise. You don't want to get a different job.
Well, it's just more so like we're in a lull right now with our kendama.
Yeah, when's
Industry.
when's kendama season?
When it's not shitty economic times, I guess. When people,
I guess people are. I guess kendama is a very disposable income purchase.
believe it or not, it is. It is.
Oh, I believe it. Bro, why don't you fucking... but listen, if you're the only... I assume if you're the only company that makes kendamas, they're popular enough that, like, people kind of, I guess, fucking know what they are. So why don't you ask for a raise?
I think you're right. I should ask
enough
for a raise.
that you can make more than working at fucking Walmart. You're not even that
You're
much of a...
right.
I mean, what state do you live in?
I live in Georgia.
Okay, how much does it cost to live in Georgia? Like, fucking $2?
I wish. That'd be nice. I mean, like, right now I'm living with my parents. I'm, like, 27. So, like, I'm just, I'm saving. I'm doing what I can. But I just know
is
that,
is this your full-time job?
Legitimately, yeah.
And it doesn't pay you enough to at least, like, live in a place that's not with your parents?
Not at the moment.
You should ask for a raise.
Yeah, I think you're right. I should ask for a raise.
Mm-hmm. Just at least enough for you to, like, get your own place.
Yeah.
Or get a place with random dudes on Craigslist.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. I gotta just ask for that raise. And if he doesn't say yes, then I can go into panic mode, I guess, and then figure it out.
What if he says, I'll give you a raise, but you have to get the ball in the cup 3 times in a row?
Oh, that'd be easy. That'd be easy.
Yeah, are you good? Are you nice?
I was sponsored at one point.
You were sponsored? By who? There's only one company that fucking makes them.
Okay, so American made. So, like, there's a lot of... It's actually gotten really big in the States. Right now, actually, my friend just landed in Japan. They're doing the Kendama World Cup right now. So, he is... And that's... For those who don't know, Kendama is... Its birthplace is Japan. It's a Japanese skill toy. But yeah, it's like super big over there because, like, in school they teach them, like, from like a very young age, like it's incorporated into their, like, school programs and stuff, and like, that's pretty crazy.
They teach kendama in Japan. Why don't you move to Japan and be a kendama guy over there? It sounds like sounds like that's your dream. You want to be where the kendama is. You're like it's like when you, like, I don't know if you ever had this moment when you were in high school and you read some article on the internet that was like, did you know that in Korea, professional gamers are treated with as much respect as fucking football players are in the U.S.? Remember reading shit like that?
Oh, that'd be nice.
That's like you with kendamas, you know? I bet there's a bigger industry there.
Yeah, Low Kiev is literally a street called Kendama Street. And they're like legitimately, I think tomorrow night or the night after, I don't know when they do it, but they do like this giant ass party. I just get all crazy and just drink a shit ton, and it's a good time from what I hear. I haven't been yet. I really want to go. I'm hoping next year.
What's the most expensive kendama that your company sells?
Ooh, it's definitely one of the ones that we make. There's one on our website that's like, I think it's just over 100. I think we just did a price drop on it. But like, so for those who don't know, like the price, it's dependent on the wood type, and then also like it's got a really good paint on the ball. So like for those who don't know, like there's balance tricks you can do, and so like having a paint that's like grippier and like kind of sticks better to the ken, which is what the part you catch it with is. You kind of want it to be like not super glossy paint wise, so that way it doesn't like slip out of your hands.
Bro, you need a raise. Nobody else knows as much about kendamas as whatever you just said. You're the only guy.
It's very
for this
nerdy.
Job. Your boss is not going to be able to replace you. All right, what's your name again?
That's so funny. Corey.
Corey, is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
I make music. You should listen to me. My artist name is Lil Snipes.
Lil Snipes?
Lil Snipes. Just like
do you
like
have a music? Do you have a music video where you're like fucking kendamaing it up?
I do. It's from years ago though. It's not. It's literally. I don't want anyone to see it.
All right, take care, Corey.
But all right, appreciate it, man.
Did you want to plug your? I forgot if you plugged your thing or not.
Oh, yeah. So Kendama USA. If you guys are
no, don't plug them. They fuck whatever. All right, plug them. But
Lil Snipes,
just
Snipes.
Here's the thing. Okay, hold on. If you go to Kendama USA, just use the code Corey, so that he gets a commission.
I should message my boss and tell him to do that because there is not a code for that.
No, your
All
band.
Right,
I thought you were gonna plug your band or your music.
My music, just Lil Snipes. I do produce myself, and I'm a vocalist. So if you like that kind of thing, if not, then like that's cool too.
See you, Corey.
Appreciate it, man. Have a good one.